Hey yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you're watching Shelflovewithdee. Welcome back. How's it going? How's the weather where you are? We have officially been snowed in for about a week now, and I am ready for these kids to go back to school. It's not that they're bad or anything, but you know, kids can only, or at least my kids, can only entertain themselves for so long before they are bored and expecting you to give them the entertainment. So thankfully they will be going back tomorrow. Even though it's Friday, I just thought, you know, they would go ahead and just keep them out for the rest of the week, but they're having them return tomorrow. So I will get back to my somewhat peace and quiet during the day and be able to get more reading done to share with you guys. All right, so today is a book haul. Let's get right into it. This is part 3 of my book haul Christmas present edition. I will be finishing up the ones that were Christmas presents, and then my husband stopped by Dollar Tree like the week of Christmas and grabbed me some books while he was there getting other things, but maybe wait until Christmas to get them. There's one other book that I purchased on my own here recently because I wanted to buddy read with my girl Darnea Derice. I'll put her information here on the bottom of the screen if you're interested in following her. She is a booktuber as well, always has an encouraging word, whether it's in her long format or on her shorts. She is an encourager and an uplifter and has some really good reads over on her channel. So I will put her information on the screen and in the description box if you're interested in following her. I mention her often among a few others, so I'm sure you guys are already aware or know about her, but if not, it will be there for any newbies to the book space. All right, so let's get right into this book haul Christmas edition, and this will be the finale of that little mini series we had going on. The first book up was the buddy read that I did with Miss Darnea Derice, was Viola Davis. As y'all can see, I did some tabbing for the first time. There were just a lot of interesting nuggets in the first half of this book. So it is her memoir called Finding Me, and as I said, I ended up purchasing this because I wanted to buddy read with Darnea as she was reading. We had some really good discussions about this one, and there's not much to say about this book because it's her memoir, so you would just have to read it, but would highly recommend it. All right, next one up is Church Girl, and this is by Naima Simone. I don't know. There it is for y'all to see on the screen there. Okay, and let's see what this is about. It says she's a preacher's daughter, a runaway bride, and now the not quite qualified nanny for a sexy tattoo artist with a beautiful daughter and a dirty mouth. What's a bad boy to do with a woman like her? Everything. Aaliyah Montgomery isn't just dishing her wedding, she's also fleeing her suffocating small town and her family's expectations. She's got plans for college, for finding herself, but landing a job in Chicago that fits her schedule isn't easy. Good thing Van Howard is desperate to find a live-in nanny. Bad thing that he's a gritty, grumpy, gorgeous tattoo artist carrying as much baggage as he has ink. So that's all we're going to read of that one. I want to say I saw this first on Bookmark by Aaliyah, but I've been seeing it circulating here and there, and the whole just concept of church girl bad boy intrigued me because we have all been there. So I'm interested I'm interested to see how this unfolds and can't wait to jump into this. I already know it's of course gonna have a happy ending. I would be surprising if it didn't, but definitely can't wait to get to this one. All right, and next one up that was a Christmas present is Kennedy Ryan's When You Are Mine. This is one that has mixed reviews, but we are all about trying things for ourselves and deciding you know, whether or not we like it based on our reading experience. One thing that I noticed when I read Plus Size Player was you know, we all once again have different opinions and experiences with these reads, and that's what makes up the beauty of the book community. Something I love, you may not, and something you love, I may not, but we can still come together with that common ground of we love books. So I'm interested in seeing how I feel about this one. But if you've not heard of this one, if you've not read it, it says Karis Morton knows how to make things work. Bounced from foster home to foster home as a kid, She adapted, and when opportunity arose, she thrived. Now about to open her own business and accept a marriage proposal, Karis is ready to build the life she's always wanted. The only thing missing? A passionate connection with her would-be fiance, Kim. Karis wants to believe that sparks are overrated until Walsh Bennett lights her up like the 4th of July. So that's all we're going to read on that one. To me, it sounds like a good premise. It sounds like a book that I would enjoy, but you know, we will just have to see once we dive into it. It also says this book includes a bonus chapter. Yes, it includes an all new bonus chapter, so that's interesting. Walsh, Karis, and Kim's story continues, and loving you always. Oh wait, no, that ain't it. Okay, well that's interesting. Oh, that's what I was flipping through to see, will we know what that new chapter is or that bonus chapter is, but it does say here, special bonus scene. Keep reading for a never before released chapter from Kim's point of view. I love that. So I may just read this for the month of love, but we will see. All right, moving on to the next. We have Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. I've never read anything by this author. I want to say I saw this on Eliza is Reading Short, and I was like, oh yes, need that. And I do believe it. Yes, it is by the same author of The Hate You Give. Never read that book, but I did watch the movie and really enjoyed that, and definitely plan to read The Hate You Give as well. But this one says, this isn't the Wonderland you remember. The first time a nightmare came, Alice nearly lost her life. Now with magic weapons and hardcore fighting skills, she battles these monstrous creatures in the dream realm known as Wonderland. Yet even warriors have curfews. Life in real world Atlanta isn't always so simple. As Alice juggles an overprotective mom, a high maintenance best friend, and school, keeping the nightmares at bay is turning into a full-time job. When Alice's husband and mysterious mentor is poisoned. When Alice's handsome and mysterious mentor is poisoned, she has to find the antidote by venturing deeper into Wonderland than she's ever gone before. And she'll need to use everything she's learned in both worlds to keep from losing her head. Literally. Okay. So this sounds like it's going to be a little mind trickery. Sounds really exciting. Can't wait to jump in it. She's a little on the thick side, but not too bad. So definitely excited about reading this. This also says it has some bonus materials on the inside. And it looks like there's already a sequel called A Dream So Dark. And it has a little excerpt from book 2 that you can read. So I love that. And then this is the cover for book 2, A Dream So Dark. Hopefully y'all can see that. There we go. So interesting. Beautiful covers. These covers have just been eaten up lately. Good size font. Love it. Chapters are numbered. So far so good. Okay, she's not as thick as she appears. The actual book minus the bonus chapter, okay, is 370 pages. So that's not bad at all. Okay, moving on to the next. So these are the books that came from Dollar Tree. This is called Inside the Wolf by Amy Rowland. Okay, author of The Transcriptionist. Have not heard of that. Let's see here. It says there are plenty of devils here, linking hands with history. There are plenty of devils here, linking hands with mystery. Read the words on the page. Okay. There are plenty of devils here, linking hands with history's ghost. Rachel Ruskin never intended to return to her family's tobacco farm in Shiloh, North Carolina, but when a love affair and her academic career studying Southern folklore in New York both flame out, she has no choice. Back in her hometown, in the wake of family loss, she is alone, haunted by memories of the long-ago accidental shooting of a childhood friend, an unexplained dead wolf in her backyard, and Shiloh's buried history of racism and violence. Rachel tries to connect with Jewel, her late brother's girlfriend, to build a relationship with her baby niece, Lyric, and the curious young children, Tom and Lily, who live down the road, like to keep her company. Even a flirty rekindling with her neighbor Tobias might finally make her feel part of the community, but still she can't escape the whispers from the town. When another tragic incident occurs, however, Rachel can no longer avoid confronting her own past wrongs, nor can she continue to hold herself apart from her community. How can the people of Shiloh reconcile their love of hunting and their belief in tradition with the loss of more children? How can she find a way back to those she grew up loving? Drawn back into the rhythms of Shiloh and in search of a place to belong, Rachel must question everything she grew up believing and at the same time find a way to accept those around her. Okay. So this sounds like a little, coming back home, trying to make peace with your past and embrace what your future or your roots. There we go. It sounds like she's trying to, make peace with with her past and, Sweetness of Water, Devastating, and the author Nathan Harris, which is the author of The Sweetness of Water, calls this devastating and moving. Okay, I'm interested in getting in this. Okay, this sounds like it may be a little on the deeper or like heavier side. Yeah, so interesting take here is Miss Amy Rowland. Okay, so moving on to the next. We have Wahala by Nikki May. How cute is that cover? Love the colors. Okay, let's see. Three's Company, Four's Trouble. There's been nothing but Wahala since she arrived. An incisive and exhilarating debut novel. Okay. It says it follows three Anglo-Nigerian best friends and the lethally glamorous fourth woman who infiltrates their group, the most unforgettable girls since Carrie, Samantha, Charlotte, and Miranda. Okay. Ronki, that's how you pronounce it, wants happily ever after, 2.2 kids. She's dating Coyote and wants him to be the one, perfect like her dead father. Her friends think he's just another in a long line of dodgy Nigerian boyfriends. Boo, another one of the friends, has everything Ronki wants. A kind husband, gorgeous child, but she's frustrated, unfulfilled, plagued with grief, and desperate to remember who she used to be. Simi, another friend in the group, is the golden one with the perfect lifestyle. No one knows she's crippled by imposter syndrome and tempted to pack all up each time her boss mentions her urban vibe. Her husband thinks they're trying for a baby, but she's not. Okay. When the high-flying, charismatic Isabel explodes into the group, it seems at first she's bringing out the best in each woman. She gets Simi an interview in Shanghai, goes jogging with Boo, but the more Isabel intervenes, the more chaos she sows. And Ronki, Simi, and Boo's close friendship begins to crack. Okay. This one sounds good. Okay, this will be a different read for me. A book that focuses on a friend group and how the three of them seem to have been cool forever. And then a fourth one comes in. They try to welcome her in the group, and she comes in trying to change the vibe up, honey. So we will see how this goes. Can't wait to jump into that one. And next book up is The Garnett Girls by Georgina Moore. There we go, and let's see what she's about. Okay, so this says it is a debut novel as well, filled with heart heart and warmth. Georgina Moore introduces the Garnett girls, 3 very different sisters and their free-spirited mother. It says, love makes you do things you never thought you were capable of. Forbidden, passionate, and all-encompassing, Margot and Richard's love affair was the stuff of legend, but it was also ultimately doomed. And when Richard walked out, Margot locked herself away, leaving her 3 daughters, Rachel, Imogen, and Sasha, to run wild on the gorgeous island that they all call home. Now, years later, the sisters and their mother are together again, and beneath the surface, changes are brewing. The eldest, Rachel, feels held hostage by the responsibility for Sand Cove, their beloved but crumbling family home. She longs to return to her London home and the life she made there. Imogen, the dreamy middle child, she feels the pressure to marry her kind, considerate, she feels the pressure to marry her kind, considerate fiance, even when her life is taking an unexpected romantic turn, one that is making her question everything about herself she thought she held true. And wild, passionate Sasha, the baby trapped between her increasingly alienated family and her controlling husband, has unearthed the secret behind Richard's departure. When she reveals it, the effects are devastating. Okay, so sounds like some little juicy family gossip. One of the sisters is spilling the tea on why her stepdaddy or daddy left, and then fighting to just be themselves and live the life that they want to live, be true to themselves. So this sounds like a good read. Okay, let's check this out a little bit. Words are a little on the small side, so I'll probably check to see if I could possibly get this on Libby audio or Kindle. If not, we'll just thug it out. It looks like about 317 pages. Let's see if those chapters are numbered, because we love, yes, okay. So all I could ask for would be the font to be just a little bigger, and it's really not that bad. But let's move on, because we are losing daylight. Okay, and sorry if the lighting has changed. The sun is going down, and we're in the winter, so we don't have just the greatest lighting, and I do not have my lighting here, so we're just gonna knock this out real quick. Last one up from the Dollar Tree is called You Know Her by Megan Jennett. Okay, and this says Killing Eve meets Sharp Objects. Okay, I started Sharp Objects. I have not watched Killing Eve. My sister has and highly recommends it, so we'll see. It says a Southern Gothic thriller about 2 women, a fledgling murderer, and the cop hell-bent on catching her. 2 hours before he vanished, Mark Dixon stole a glass of wine. That's what bartender Sophie Brahm tells the cops when they question her about the customer whose mutilated body has just been found. What she doesn't tell them is that she's the one who killed him. Okay, a little mystery thriller. Love it, here for it. So y'all, that is today's book haul. I hope that y'all found something that kind of piqued your interest, that maybe you will purchase, something we can buddy read, or that you just look forward to me reading and that I share my thoughts on. I think it is just so crazy and such a blessing how I literally started this channel a few months ago and didn't have not one book, and now, as y'all can see, let me put these down, my shelves are filling up. Look at this, look at that. And we only have like about a quarter on the bottom shelf, but that's okay, slowly but surely. But look at this, what a blessing. And it makes me so happy every time I walk into this room and see my books on the shelf and see the shelf that my husband refurbished for me and painted. I just love that green. If you know me, I'm a green girly. Green is my favorite color. But anyways, enough of that. At this point, I am just rambling on. Don't forget to let me know what your current read is, and out of the books that I showed you today, if you could only pick one for me to read next, which would it be? If you've made it to this portion of the video, please leave me a green heart down in the comment section to let me know you watched it through to the end. And until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.
Blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, I am